This is problem number 6 from section 9.4. In this problem, they say use Gauss-Jordan elimination to solve the system of equations. Well, if we're going to use Gauss-Jordan elimination, we have to write the augmented matrix first. So we're going to have 2, -1, 5, -17, 1, 2, -2, 22, and 0, 10, 4, 34. Now the nice part about this problem is we start with the bottom left being 0 already, so we got our work cut out for us a little bit there. So we're going to take -2 times R2. And when you do that, you get -2, -4, 4, -44. On the bottom you have 0, 10, 4, and 34. Top you've got 2, -1, 5, -17. We're going to add row 1 with row 2 to get row 2. So row 1 plus row 2 is going to equal row 2. No, row 1 plus row 2, is going to equal row 2. Lost my train of thought. All right, we got 0. We've got -5. We've got 9. -17, -44, but I put that in the calculator to make sure. -61. On the bottom, we've got 0, 10, 4, 34. And we've got 2, -1, 5, -17. All right. Now I'm going to try and be efficient here. So to be efficient in these problems, you can start to do multiple things at the same time, as long as you make sure that you're keeping everything straight. So I need to cancel this to be a 0, and I need to cancel this to be a 0. So in my case, what I can do is I can multiply the middle equation by 2, and I can multiply the top equation by 10, or -10, and then I can cancel both top and bottom at the same time. So I'm going to say -10 R1, and I'm going to do 2 R2. So that's going to give you -20. That's going to give you 10, -50, and this will give you 170. Middle is going to be 0, -10, 18, and -122. And the bottom will be 0, 10, 4, 34. Now I'm going to take, and I'm going to do, I'm going to take R2 plus R1 equal R1, but I'm also going to take R2 plus R3, and that's going to equal R3. So I'm going to do them at the same time. So as I do that, I get -10. Well, I'll get -20 on top. Then I'll get 0. I'll get -32. And I'll get 170 minus 22, or 122, 48. This is 0, -10, 18, -122. And now I do the bottom, so that's 0, 0, 22, and -122 plus 39, -83. Or is that 34? That's 34. Whoops. See, you got to make sure you write clearly. -122 plus 34. That's better. That's -88. Most of these problems, we're going to expect them to come out even. Obviously, problems don't work out like that normally, but we're learning the method. Next step, we need to cancel this to be a 0 and this to be a 0. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take negative 1 over 20 Now let's not do negative 1 over 20. Let's do negative 4 because they're all divisible by 4. So we're going to do negative 1/4 R1. The middle we're going to do negative, for right now because we got 10, they're all divisible by 2. We're going to do negative 1/2 R2. And then the bottom we're going to do 1 over 22 R3. So we're going to do all those at the same time. On top, you're going to end up with 5. You're going to end up with 0 and then 8. And then this will give you negative 12. Here you're going to get 0, 5, negative 9, and then 61. Bottom you'll get 0, 0, 1, negative 4. Okay, we got to cancel this and this out at the same time. That's what we're going to try to do. So the easiest way to do this is let's take, we know 1, 8, and negative 9. Well, 72 is a good number to use there, that we can multiply the bottom by 72, the top by 9, and the middle by, well, actually the top by negative 9 and the middle by 8. So we're going to go negative 9 R1. We're going to multiply the middle by 8, so 8 R2, and the bottom by 72 R3. So let's do all of those at the same time. And when that happens, we end up with negative 45, 0, negative 72, and negative 9 times negative 12, 108. And then we'll get 8 times the middle, so 0, 40, negative 72, 8 times 61, 488. And the bottom we'll get 0, 0, 72, 72 times negative 4, negative 288. Now we're going to take this row 3, we're going to add it to the first row, so row 3 plus row 1 is going to equal row 1. We're going to do row 3 plus row 2 equals row 2. Add the 72, so we end up with negative 5, 0, 0, negative 288 and 108, negative 180. Let's add the middle now, so we have 0, 40, 0, and that'll be 200 there. And the bottom, we still have 0, 0, 72, negative 288. Last step. We're going to take the top row and we're going to do negative 1 over 45, row 1. We're going to do 1 over 40, row 2. And we're going to do 1 over 72, row 3. And actually, I'm going to just write these out on top. So negative 1 over 45, row 1. Actually, you know what? Let's just slide this up. Give myself more room. Okay. Negative 1 over 45, row 1. 1 over 40, row 2. And then 1 over 72, row 3. That's going to give you 1, 0, 0, negative 180 divided by negative 45, 4. You go 0, well, that's 1, 0. This should be 5. And then 0, 0, 1, -4. So our solution is x equals 4, y equals 5, z equals -4. So our order triple is 4, 5, -4. And that's the solution to this system of equations.